8. We've all heard of love at first sight. What about love at first sniff? According to new research, men and women subconsciously seek out potential partners through smell, and they choose people whose body odour is very different to their own.
How close do you have to get? How, then, can a relationship really rest upon the whiff of a T-shirt? Joining us now, social commentator and agony aunt Jenny Trent-Hughes and Dr Simon Moore, psychologist at London Metropolitan University. Good morning, both.
Good morning.
OK, how does this work? I mean, this is a bit of an old chestnut, this one, isn't it?
Yes.
We've heard this, but just to explain how this would work.
Basically, what you have in sweat is chemicals. So you have pheromones, for example, and you have to get, as you said, you have to get in pretty close to smell these. So there's lots of research that suggests that if you kind of smell these chemicals, you will actually be quite positive in terms of how you rate that person.
Yeah, so you have to get fairly close.
You have to get within 16 inches.
So you have to get a whiff anyway. And do you detect it can you smell subconsciously without?
I think it's probably more of a subconscious effect. Yeah.
Right.
And what's the point here, Jenny? I'm dying to get to you for your thoughts on this, but just in terms of the genetics, what would the reason, sort of evolutionary reason for this be?
It could be a defence mechanism because research does suggest that the more dissimilar you are from a biological point of view, the more you actually like the smell of the other person.
Which would be good in terms of procreation.
Exactly.
Right.
So, Jenny, are you convinced?
Well, I don't know, because the last time there was one of these big surveys, they said that women chose men who smelt like their fathers, which I thought that was actually quite strange. And I was involved with a program where they did a test of it, and of course it failed miserably because, you know, that was not what happened. I think that smell can clinch the deal, so to speak. And I think that you're more likely, I think, to be repelled by a smell.
And so you can break the deal as well.
Exactly. And, you know, because, for example, and a lot of it has to do with what you eat. So there's certain countries that you go to where the diet of the country causes most people to smell in a way that you just find not pleasant.
Are we talking about an overall odour, or are we talking about the sort of up-close and personal? I'm just thinking armpits.
Yeah, up close and personal. It's a double-edged kind of weapon, really, because if you leave it more than 20 minutes, it turns into the horrible kind of smell. So, you know, the guys and girls out there, you know, should really kind of change their T-shirts and kind of clean up after 20 minutes because it's actually going to have the opposite effect. Only works for 20 minutes. Once the chemical is oxygenated for 20 minutes, you get the negative effect.
I don't really want to dig into your personal history too much, but let's.
Why not? Everybody else has.
Any particularly smelly men from your past that you want to dig out, so to speak?
Well, I actually like men with a strong smell. And I'm a big one on sort of sniffing, you know. I like that, and I like a man who smells like he's lived. I'd rather smell a real man than
like
sort of
smell a man that's alive.
Rather than some sort of cologne, and nothing is worse than cologne over an unwashed body. That's just appalling.
Well, I was going to come to... I'm with you, actually, and the more natural the smell, the better. But what about the cologne? Why do we wear that? Because surely that's also meant to entice other people to us. So...
Yes, well, it does.
Are we that sophisticated that we can detect the difference?
No. What you're doing really is, for the guys out there who are kind of, you know, putting this aftershave on, what you're doing is actually giving kind of credit to the people around you as well, because we're not that good at detecting where the smell's coming from. So if you kind of walk into a bar, you know, with 2 bottles of aftershave on, you're kind of giving credit to the people around you as well.
So this whole theory, in effect, falls down on if you consider 95% of men, I'd say, and women are wearing some kind of mask, aren't they, in terms of their smell?
So you have to get quite intimate with someone to actually get their real smell.
By which time it might be too late.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is why a lot of cultures, like Inuits, for example, the nose rub, it's actually there to smell. And, you know, European kissing is actually derived from smelling someone's face.
OK. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. You getting something, Jenny?
I'm not saying.
OK. Thank you. 16 inches, eh?